Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for this day and blessed you give us, Lord, and we thank you for this beautiful community that you've provided for us to live in. Lord, just be with each one of us now on the council, that we look to you, Lord, and the decisions that we make for the future of our city. And Lord, just be with us as we come up on this time of the eclipse that's coming up. It will be a welcoming city. Be with us on Saturday, that there'll be a crowd that comes out to help beautify our city and all the things that we've got going on, Lord. Lord, we just ask these things in your name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilwoman Parson?
Here.
Councilwoman Horton?
Here.
Councilman Smith?
Here.
Councilman Massingham?
Here.
Councilman DePew?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Fox?
Here.
Mayor Cornman?
Here.
We have 7 present.
Item 5, disclosure of interest. Any member of the City Council may disclose any possible conflict of interest dealing with either any item on the printed agenda or with any matter discussed at a previous meeting. Seeing none. Item 6, citizens' input. Each person in the audience may take this opportunity to address the City Council on any matter which is not on the printed agenda. Seeing none. Did you want to come on up? Okay.
I've been too curt. Robbie Myers, 118 Deerfield Drive, Poplar Bluff. Mayor, councilwomen, councilmen, just mentioned the eclipse. We're 3 weeks from today, and we got lots of exciting things. Just wanted to just touch base on a couple of things. You'll see I was in a t-shirt. This morning we announced that Casey Wolf, the mascot from the Kansas City Chiefs, will be here. He'll be at the high school for the actual eclipse on that day, so that's good. Those of you know me, you hardly ever see me in a t-shirt outside of the gym or the swimming pool, so got into the spirit of that. As Emergency Management Director, my top concern on all things eclipse has been public safety and working with police department and fire department in the city. I think we got some good plans, and we're going to work together with the Sheriff's Department, the Missouri State Highway Patrol, and Missouri Department of Transportation. We feel pretty comfortable that we've got contingencies in place. We know when as soon as the eclipse is over, people want to hit the road. We're going to do our best to try to get them safely on the road and back to wherever their destinations are. But the main reason I wanted to come is just wanted to tell you what a great job your employees are doing. Greg Smith here at this facility, not only the events that we're hosting here, Night Ranger and Jeff Foxworthy, we're also having a first responders appreciation luncheon and just everything in the community. He's working well to make sure that he's a team player, and you should be proud of what he's doing there. And with your city manager, same thing. We're all sitting down, city and county, and the college and school and other groups and businesses, figuring out churches, figuring out the best way, because there's a opportunity for everybody to shine in this. So we are also got some more announcements be coming out in the next week, and even during Eclipse weekend, we got some exciting things going forward with the community. But I just wanted to tell you I appreciate all you do to keep our city safe and progressive moving forward. And if after the meeting anyone wants to talk anything specific about any of the different Eclipse activities, I'm the county and the county commission's representative on all Eclipse planning, and so I'll be happy to talk to you about that after the meeting. Any questions, or do you take? I don't get questions.
No questions for me.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Robbie. Appreciate it. Item 7, our consent agenda. The items of the consent agenda are approved by a single action of the City Council. If any council member would like to have an item removed from the consent agenda and considered separately, he or she may request to do so.
Mr. Mayor, I do believe that we all received in our packets all of the items listed below. And with that being said, I move that we accept the agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8, workshop items for discussion. The City Council will consider bids received for various city-owned vacant properties. City Manager Matt Winters.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this is, we received bids for 2 city-owned vacant lots, one at the intersection of Garfield and Valley and one at 519 Kinzer. The bids were $100 each. These are some of those lots that we purchased it for $1 from the county collector that had past due taxes and city liens on it. We've been whittling this list down, so getting quite a few of them moved back onto the tax rolls into people's hands, and I would recommend that you accept these 2 bids on these 2 pieces of property.
Make a motion to move this to the voting session held April 1st. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item B, the City Council will consider bids received for the Stormwater System Improvements Project number 23019. Manager Winters.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this is the Department of Natural Resources ARPA stormwater grant that we received for various stormwater projects around the city. 4 bids were received, with RLP being the low bidder, with a base bid of $1,273,777 and a total add-on of $1,526,000 for a total bid of $2,799,770. Just to kind of as a reminder, the base bid included the concrete lining of the ditch along Ditch Road, and the add-ons included drainage improvements to Henry Street, Cross Street, Arthur Street, Woodstone Drive, Rowe Parkway, Charlton Lane, Wiseman Drive, and some drainage improvements within the city cemetery. And I would recommend we accept this low bid from ROP.
Make a motion, move it on to the voting session, April 1st.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C, the City Council will consider updates to the Personal Policy Handbook for employees of the City of Poplar Bluff and municipal utilities. Manager Winters.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So Human Resource Director Tim Eddington has been working with the law firm of Jackson Lewis to update our employee handbook for the City of Poplar Bluff and municipal utilities. The majority of the changes, almost all of the changes, just had to do with personnel laws, state and federal, that have been updated since the last time this was done. I think it was 2015, 2016, I think was the last time the handbook was updated. So, like I said, these were just a lot of housekeeping stuff to get us in compliant with current federal employment and state employment laws.
I had one question on page 38. The employee assistance program, it looks like it's being all deleted.
Because it's part of our health insurance.
Okay. Well, the only reason I ask is I think when they enacted the federal drug testing on the CDL employees that we were required to have that.
Yes, and we do as part of our
Okay.
health insurance program, yes.
I make a motion, we pass just to the April 1st voting session.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item D, the City Council will consider authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract with Ozark Foothills Regional Planning Commission for administrative services relative to the Transportation Alternative Program grant through the Missouri Department of Transportation. Manager Winters.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this is the contract for the grant writing and administrative services related to the MoDOT grant application that we discussed during the public hearing regarding improvements to the crosswalk on East Pine Street. If awarded, the city would pay 3% of the amount awarded for these services. If not awarded, then there would be no cost to the city. And the Planning Commission takes care of the grant writing on the front end, and when awarded, all the administration work that is done on the back end of a funded project.
Make a motion to move this to the voting session held April 1st.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 9, action required items. AA Bill Number 8537, the City Council will take action on an ordinance accepting bids for the sale of various vacant city-owned properties.
Make a motion for first reading of bill number 8537.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance accepting a bid for the sale of 5 tracts of real estate located in the city of Poplar Bluff and owned by the city of Poplar Bluff.
Make a motion for second reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance accepting a bid for the sale of 5 tracts of real estate located in Poplar Bluff and owned by the city of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8537.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Massingham?
Yes.
Councilman DePew?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Fox?
Yes.
Mayor Cornman?
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Bill number 8537 has been adopted. BB, Bill number 8538, the City Council will take action on an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a mutual aid agreement with the Missouri Public Utility Alliance.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8538.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a mutual aid agreement between the city of Poplar Bluff and the Missouri Public Utility Alliance.
Make a motion for second reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a mutual aid agreement between the city of Poplar Bluff and the Missouri Public Utility Alliance.
Make a motion for adoption.
8538.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Massingham?
Yes.
Councilman DePew?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Fox?
Yes.
Mayor Cornman?
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Bill number 8538 has been adopted. CC, Bill number 8539, the City Council will take action on an ordinance accepting a bid for workers' compensation insurance for the policy year April 1st, 2024 to April 1st, 2025.
Make a motion for first reading of bill number 8539.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance accepting a bid from Connell Insurance, doing business as Higginbottom Insurance Agency of Branson, Missouri, for workers' compensation insurance for the city of Poplar Bluff.
Make a motion for second reading.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance accepting a bid from Connell Insurance, doing business as Higginbotham Insurance Agency of Branson, Missouri, for workers' comp insurance for the city of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8539.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Councilman Massingham?
Yes.
Councilman DePew?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Fox?
Yes.
Mayor Cornman?
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Bill number 8539 has been adopted. DD Resolution 2027, the City Council will take action on a resolution approving and adopting an annual net metering report for the City of Poplar Bluff Municipal Utilities Department.
Motion for reading of resolution 2027.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
A resolution approving and adopting an annual net metering report for the city of Poplar Bluff Municipal Utilities Department for calendar year 2023.
Motion for adoption of resolution 2027.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Phelps.
Councilman Massingham?
Yes.
Councilman DePew?
Yes.
Councilwoman Parson?
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton?
Yes.
Councilman Smith?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Fox?
Yes.
Mayor Cornman?
Yes.
We have 7 yes votes.
Resolution number 2027 has been adopted. Item 10, our city manager's report. Mr. Winters.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You don't like these nights when there's no other departments that have anything on the agenda and I get to do all the speaking of all the items. First I want to thank Robbie Myers for coming tonight, and, Robbie and everybody that's been involved in the planning of everything that's going on in connection to the eclipse. It's not just the short window that the eclipse is actually occurring, but, we've got stuff that's starting Friday and running all the way through the weekend and on Monday. It's also not something that was started planning last week. This has been a year in the making of planning and meeting and preparing, not just planning the events, but as he mentioned, the preparation that goes into it from, our street department and our fire department and our police department and, the county and the county sheriff, the highway patrol. MoDOT's been a big part of all the planning of everything too, and it's exciting. As it gets closer, it's even more exciting. And, we've been fortunate to garner a lot of media attention, not just local media, from Cape, but, Springfield and St. Louis, and even some national publications have picked up on everything that we're doing here in town. It's exciting, and it's going to be a great weekend for Poplar Bluff and for Butler County. It's, and I hope that we have a great turnout on Saturday morning for our community cleanup. It starts here at 7 o'clock, and we're going to provide breakfast, pancakes. Missouri Highlands, who's been been really involved. They're actually the ones that sponsored the KC Wolf coming to the eclipse today. But on Saturday, Missouri Highlands is sponsoring breakfast, providing gloves, some sharp containers, and some grabbers for picking up litter. So you can come at 7 o'clock. You can have pancakes and get your gear to go out and pick up, and we'll have maps of areas that we're wanting to focus on, so you can get an assignment to go out and pick up stuff. And then from 8 to noon, we go out and we pick up the trash and clean up our town. And then noon, come back here, and SEMO Behavioral Health is sponsoring lunch that will be provided and cooked by Pastor Kirk and the United Gospel Rescue Mission. So it's going to be a big day, and we hope that lots of folks come out and help support that project and help support that cleanup effort that we have planned for Saturday. If you haven't driven down 2nd Street, go drive down 2nd Street when it's daylight outside. The demolition crews are moving along nicely. There's a lot of progress has happened today, even especially from as you're driving down 2nd Street. Most of the old police department is on the ground in a pile of rubble. The old parking garage is a big part of it is coming down, so they're really moving along nicely. It's by the end of the week, it should all be on the ground. So anyway, that's all I have, Mayor.
All right, go ahead.
Point of personal privilege, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, absolutely.
So many exciting things going on in Poplar Bluff right now. It makes your head spin, and it's an exciting time. I just wanted to point out something that may have been lost with all of the excitement and the ongoing things that are going on. The Three Rivers College Lady Raiders just clinched the Region 18 championship, which automatically gives them a berth in the national tournament in Casper, Wyoming. This is the 4th consecutive year in a row that these women have accomplished this under the leadership of Coach Alex Wiggs, who just won his 101st win against 12 losses in the last 4 years. It's an exciting time for them. They'll be leaving next Thursday. They'll play their first game next Friday against Gulf State's Mississippi Community College. And even if they go all the way, they'll still be back in time for the eclipse.
Wonderful.
Hey, Matt, I want to mention too, when you did your weekly printout to us, what was going on?
Weekly happenings.
The weekly happenings, sorry. The weekly events, that the 4 new houses happens to be in my little part of the world down there, so good things are happening down in Ward 1. So that's good news.
I agree. It's nice to see.
Good things are happening all over town. So it's really, really exciting things happening. Just quit looking at the negative stuff on Facebook.
Quit doing that. Quit doing that.
Robbie got up and talked about basically being part of the eclipse, and it's his job by public safety, and he's done so much more than people know. I've known Robbie for a lot of years, and he has one of the most creative minds I've ever seen. My mind's boggled sometimes with the ideas he comes up, but I think we owe Robbie a big thank you for all he's done for the Eclipse, because
I also want to personally thank Ms. Bishop for coming up and sharing her story tonight. Took a lot of courage to come up and talk about that, and we're going to try to make a difference on that subject. So we appreciate that. If there's no further business to come before the council, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Meeting adjourned.